Yup, I actually made the baguette, as well as 10 other silly ideas that you guys sent me on Discord into a single data pack. Starting off with the first one, which comes from Dr. Radar, simply saying baguettes. Now obviously simple bread isn't enough for the game, so baguettes are an absolute necessity. Just put in 3 bread as you see like so, and you get a baguette in return. Now baguettes are better than normal bread in the sense that you can eat them 3 times essentially, because when you eat it like so, you get a slightly eaten baguette, and then you can eat the slightly eaten baguette to get a half-eaten baguette, and then finally you can even eat the half-eaten baguette. So you essentially get 3 bread inside of 1 slot. This completely works if you have stacks. Just craft up as much as possible, and when you eat, it will just put the slightly eaten bread in a different slot. So essentially, holding 1 stack of baguettes is the same as holding 3 stacks of bread. Now, like I said, this is all in a data pack, and I will release this data pack if this video gets 200 likes. So make sure you slap that like button if you want to try out baguettes, as well as everything else I've included in this video. The next suggestion comes from the Dark Goatee, who suggested Minecraft, but with cheese. How did I not think of this myself? This is an absolute necessity in the game. We must have cheese. So now just come over and milk a cow, and then all you have to do is smelt the milk bucket. Once it's done smelting, you will get a fresh cheese. Now, fresh cheese isn't ready to be eaten yet. You need to let it age a bit. To let it age, just simply throw it on the ground and wait again. And voila, you've got yourself some aged cheese. Now, obviously, you can't eat an entire block of cheese, so you have to craft it up into some cheese slices, which you can do by just putting it in a crafting bench. Now you have 8 delicious cheese slices, which you can eat, and they give you as much saturation as a pumpkin pie would. So this is a really good food source, and you can craft it in bulk. Now going along with this pretty well, we have Sam L suggesting sandwiches with cheese. Now that we are able to craft cheese, this is pretty simple. Just throw a piece of bread on the ground and some cheese on top of that, and we get a delicious cheese sandwich. Not only does this look absolutely amazing and appetizing, if you give yourself some hunger, you'll notice that when you eat it, you actually get 10 seconds of saturation, meaning if you were to craft up a bunch of these, you can actually replenish your nourishment quite fast. Are these worth it to craft though? Probably not, since you have to go through a huge process to make cheese just to throw 1 slice onto a piece of bread, but in the end, if you have a lot of time on your hands, go ahead and make a bunch of cheese sandwiches. Next, we have Dr. Pickle suggesting make exploding cake. That is what I've done, except I haven't made it explode all the time. In fact, there's only a 1 in 5 chance of it exploding, meaning I can probably safely eat this, but I never know if it's going to explode. Oh, it was the last slice. Amazing. So you can never guarantee if it's going to explode or not, so maybe just stand back a bit when you're eating this. So now cake is useless, not only for being super hard to craft, but also because it might kill you. So probably not the best food source, even though I safely just ate a few. Oh, never mind. The only possible use I can see for exploding cakes, maybe just to play a game with your friends, see who gets exploded, and, you know, just take turns eating the cake. Now we come to probably my favorite suggestion of the whole bunch, which comes from Yokai S. Coke, who suggested commonly used idioms made literal, such as literally raining cats and dogs. This is absolutely amazing. I had so much fun making this, and you'll see why in a second. If I do /weather rain, we will see that, you know, it starts to rain, which is all fine. But what isn't fine is what is about to follow, which is literally cats and dogs raining out of the sky and falling on the ground. I mean, just look at this. There are literally cats and dogs falling from the sky all around me. They don't take damage when they fall. I can't actually punch them. They won't punch me. You can't use these to make like some insane farms or anything, but it's just the fact that they are literally raining cats and dogs. And the best part is, if I do /weather clear, the rain will obviously clear up, but these guys will actually just float up into the sky from where they came. Just reverse rain, essentially. I mean, if that isn't satisfying to watch, I don't know what is. I mean, just go prank your friends with this. Do whatever you want with this. This is absolutely amazing. Going right along with the topic of animals, Dr. Cernix has suggested flying pigs. Now this is also a pretty funny idea, and now when you spawn in a pig, or if they spawn naturally, they have a 50% chance of becoming a flying pig. So there you go, you can see this pig is now a flying pig. If we spawn in some more, we'll see that some of them turn into flying pigs, some of them don't. There's a 50% chance. Now, there's a lot more to these pigs. First of all, they're flying. They will always hover about 2 blocks above the ground. And if I punch them, they will just go off into the sky and fly away. So if I just punch them, any nearby pigs will just go flying off into the sky. Now, theoretically, yes, you can ride these, except that they are really, really slow. And yeah, you're probably just better off walking. Even sneaking would probably be better than this. We can see the other pigs just there on the ground, wishing they could fly as well. Now, obviously, it's going to be pretty hard to farm these guys, since as soon as you punch them, they go off into the sky. But they just look really cool in the overworld, and also, if you go underneath them, they have this nice cloud effect underneath them, which just, adds to the whole overall effect. Now, the next suggestion comes from Dr. Snow, suggesting a data pack that does nothing. Now, this was more complicated than it seems. I spent hours and hours and hours deleting text, deleting files, deleting all the folders I needed to make a data pack, and in the end, I think I've come up with a pretty good result. Now, if we type in the following command, nothing will commence. You'll see it starts beginning the installation. It might take a while. It takes a while for it to accomplish this. It starts downloading the libraries, as we can see. Oh, it's connected to the server database now. That's good. Processing inherited permissions. And hopefully, yes, nothing has been completed. Now, this was very tough. I thought it would be almost impossible to complete nothing, but there you can see in chat, nothing has been completed. Now, back to some actual suggestions. We have Tree suggesting a bow that fires backwards. Now, this is actually so useful. You have no idea how useful this is going to be. If we just spawn in some cows here quickly, these will be our targets. And if I go into third person, you can actually see that the arrow flies behind me. There it is flying behind me. And this is just so insanely useful. Here, if I try and do some target practice on these guys, you can see, oh, yep, that was way off. Wow, I cannot hit these. See, it's so useful because now I can go into third person and miss all the time. It's just, I can't get over how amazing this is. It's so much better than regular bows. All jokes aside though, maybe this could be useful if you're like running away from someone. You can just shoot and the arrow will go behind you, so you can just keep running away and shooting behind you. But you can just turn around, so it's not even a really good use. Before we move on to the next super hilarious suggestions, keep in mind that if you want to be featured in a video like this, just comment down below your craziest, silliest, dumbest Minecraft suggestions, and I will choose 10 of you to be featured in another video like this. But moving on to sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, who suggests a TNT that heals you. Now, like with the cake, it doesn't always heal you. You have a 90% chance of being healed. We can see that my hearts are pretty low, and if I explode this, we actually get healed, and we get some nice poppies and gapples to heal us even more. But like I said, there's only a 90% chance, so you always have a chance of getting exploded. Like so, this guy is definitely going to explode. Oh wow, and I took a lot of damage. I better heal up with some more healing TNT. So let's see. Oh no, I got another 10% chance. What are the chances? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna die. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I got healing again. So, it's never guaranteed, but you could definitely bring this with you. And, oh, seriously, I got another 10%. How am I so unlucky? But like I was saying, you could easily bring this with you into a battle and heal up pretty quickly, just like so. And, take the chances that you might die. Next, we have SamL2020 again, suggesting make it so that you need a crafting table to craft a crafting table. Now, this is absolutely genius, but also terrible, because how are you going to get a crafting table in the beginning if you don't have a crafting table? So let me demonstrate. Here we have a tree. I just spawned into a world, and we get our first logs. I go craft some planks, and I go to craft a crafting table, but it doesn't actually work. The only way now you can actually craft a crafting table is using a crafting table. You have to do a 3x3 grid of planks to get a crafting table. So there's absolutely no way to get a crafting table without a crafting table. So how pointless is that? So I guess you have to just find a village with a crafting table and stock up on these, because you're not going to be able to craft these. So, which one was your favorite? Was it the baguette? Maybe the cheese? Maybe the raining cats and dogs, which I still can't get over. Just Just look at that. Anyway, comment down below which one it was, and also comment down below your silly data pack suggestions, and you have a chance to be featured in a future video. With that, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.